I am an AI, and we are about to do a video on AI. So, no.
AI this, AI that. What the fuck? Tit for tat. But anyway, AI has been something we've been hearing and seeing over the past year. It's just been thrusted into our faces. What?
Thrusted into our faces is crazy.
Jesus Christ. Come on, man. A lot of it has just been farce filled with jargon and buzzwords with the hopes of price appreciation. Well, there are a few projects that over the past couple of years, they've been making some headway, and now they're starting to generate a ton of noise. And today, we're going to be discussing one of them, Sharpe AI, Sharpe.ai.
Yeah, it's pretty sharp too. Like when I was reading it, I was like getting poked. I'm like, oh. It's like, nah. Okay, so Sharpe AI is a comprehensive AI-powered crypto super app. It's designed for anywhere from advanced traders to institutional investors to everyday DeFi enthusiasts like you and I. The Sharpe AI platform offers a suite of tools and features to optimize trading, investing, and analytics in the crypto space. And they got some really cool products. One that once it launches, like I'm gonna keep my eye on. I'm actually really excited to actually use it because it could be a game changer. So in this video, per usual, gonna give you guys a fundamental deep dive. Gonna go through this product, what problem they're solving, how huge it can be, and how much it can help you. And at the end, we're gonna talk about if we're buying it or not and why.
So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Sharpe AI.
Say the world. Oh, I thought you said Erica Badu.
So let's jump right into some of the key features of Sharpe AI. So obviously, AI is in the name. So AI-powered analysis or analytics is definitely part of it. And so that's just analyzing market trends, of course, to help you make a decision effectively. It provides actionable insights through AI-powered analysis. It provides real-time data. And this is obviously, when it comes to blockchain, more important than anything, being able to access data. Shit, in some cases, you want it to be faster than real-time, right? If that's possible. It also allows users to access institutional grade strategies for maximizing yields. And it uses proxy vaults to isolate the positions. So that reduces the risk associated with pooled investments or shared investments. So a proxy vault, just for those who may not understand that. So you have your vault, and I'm sure you guys know what a vault is right by now. You have your proxy vault, so you can look at it as kind of like an offshoot to the main vault. So it just allows for more scalability within the vault. And obviously through an API, information gets sent back and forth for proper tracking.
So you can also do like automated advanced trading on this app as well. So it integrates with decentralized exchanges. You know, you have a wallet and it can do trades on different decentralized exchanges. And it's a meta aggregator for optimal execution, which means it's going to get you the best price, the less slippage. You know, you're not going to get front run or sandwich most likely. And it can do advanced types of orders like limit orders and dollar cost averaging, smart order routing, and like I said, minimize slippage so that you can maximize your profits. Because slippage, a lot of people don't take that into account, but it just eats away. Like if you're a trader, look at how much you're spending on gas fees in a year, and then look at how much you made. You might be surprised.
You will be surprised. Obviously, with AI, when it comes to data and analyzing data, that's probably the biggest benefit. And so for this, the Sharpe terminal, I believe it's the same as the Sharpe GPT, which is, I feel like, their most important product and their most the product with the most value. So the terminal provides in-depth market analysis, and it aggregates quantitative, technical, and alternative data for informed decision making. And so that covers DeFi. It covers NFTs as well, and centralized exchanges. And later on, like I said, we're going to touch on Sharpe GPT. So yeah, we'll come back to Sharpe GPT though, because that's going to be a section of its own.
Yeah, it's way more than just data and analytics too. Like it could be like your partner, but we'll talk about that. You can also do perpetual trading. They have a system where it offers low latency, cross-chain liquidity. So obviously cross-chain capabilities are good too. You don't want to just be stuck on one chain or limited to one chain.
So perps, by the way, I feel like we talked about perps quite a bit on this channel, but think of financial derivatives. So think of a future with no expiration, effectively. That's what it is. So perpetual, it's literally in the name.
Yep. And then even fiat on-ramping. So the Sharpe on-ramp actually integrates with multiple providers, and they allow users from over 130 countries to seamlessly convert fiat at competitive rates too, is what they're saying. in addition to their NFT marketplace. So they also aggregate liquidity from over 20 marketplaces across 15 plus blockchains. So
competitive rates is funny because I feel like these days that means high fees. Because if they were low, they just say low.
yeah. Okay, guys. So we're going to briefly just like go through their website, and then we're going to talk about their killer app and just kind of tie this whole thing through and go through the tokenomics. So this is their website, pretty clean. And then it shows like some of the places they were featured in: Decrypt, CoinMarketCap, Business Insider, pretty big. And then, so this is some of their backends right here. Animoca Brands. So Animoca Brands is a venture capital firm, and they're one of the biggest in crypto. And a lot of the famous Web3 like gaming projects and stuff that we know, they've invested in. So Axie Infinity, Atari. Let's see what else is like big here. MLB Champions. Like lots of popular games and blockchain projects are on here that they invested into. Like they've invested into wallet infrastructure, MetaMask, DeFi. See if they got any big DeFi games here. I'm sure it's some Kraken, right? So Animoca Brands is, that's no joke there. I'm not sure who these other ones are, but
Maven Capital, they're pretty fucking huge too.
I'm sure all these are like pretty good. They probably got more than these. They just probably got the good ones on here. The other ones probably feel like, oh, we're not good enough to go on. Say nah.
I forget who the founder of Maven Capital is, but yeah.
Oh, I think it's Maven Johnson. Say nah.
Yeah, I knew he was about to say some shit.
And then this is some of their real-time data. So over 250 users, chains integrated, protocols, product launches, et cetera, et cetera. So if we go up here to their AI agents, they have their Sharpe search. Now, I was in the Discord and I was trying to like get access to actually using it, but they haven't launched it yet. Like it's still like in beta. So as soon as it launches, we're going to be on top of this thing. So just to talk about how huge this app is basically ChatGPT for blockchain. If you use ChatGPT for current blockchain data, it's not current. I was talking to someone who wanted to like start writing articles on crypto. They're going to start using ChatGPT, and they start using it. And, I told them send it over so I can like, look at it. And they wanted to write like some news stuff. And it wrote something on Ripple and how it just passed $1, and it passed $1 weeks before that. So basically blockchain data for ChatGPT isn't current. And most of the AI models are based on ChatGPT. This one is like ChatGPT plugged into the blockchain, so you can get current on-chain data, which is helpful if you're trying to find the next 100x meme coin. You can say, hey, find me something. Like you can look at the successful meme coins, have the AI tell you what it has in common, and then boom, you can find something like that. Tell it how much you want to put in each one, like has a wallet and all that, and you can use this to help you come up. And I'll let G get into how the data and analytics can actually help you as well.
Yeah, so when it comes to large language models for data, that itself is superior. Not Sharpe GPT, just GPT itself, the large language model is a game changer or superior. And so you kind of touched on it, but obviously it aids in doing your research when it comes to, okay, whether it's a meme coin or any other type of project. So it cuts out a lot of time in that regard. I can provide predictive market analysis as well. So you get a sense of market trends and which directions they're going to go into. And that could be based on social sentiment. And social sentiment, obviously, is, how investors, the market, are feeling about certain projects or a certain narrative or a certain geopolitical event coming up. And that leads us into the news impact analysis. So it brings all of this into that research bucket. And through that, you could, set up your algorithmic bot trading, or you could use it for DeFi strategy. So you could open up liquidity pools based on some of this information, based on where you think the market's going to go or where the market is currently. And so you can optimize your yields as well. And so I think those are the reasons that large language models are superior when it comes to blockchain data versus what we have now. Because as you said, when it comes to off-chain large language models, they're completely outdated. They have to aggregate data, and then it has to be uploaded somehow by ChatGPT into like the neural network of the AI, right? Or the model. And that happens periodically. I think a few months ago, ChatGPT was still like, I forgot what I was using it for, but there was something in 2024, but they gave me data. I think it was inflation data. And they gave me data from 2023, just because I was just trying to aggregate all the data at that time. And it just gave me outdated data. And so, you know, having my AI, my Sharpe AI, it allows me to, and that's why I said earlier, it's if we can have it faster than real time, that would be ideal. And that's where the predictive market analysis comes in, right? And so, because that's the only way we can have it faster than real time, because that doesn't exist. So, yeah. Damn, did I end that properly? Fuck. Seems like I just stopped.
All right, guys. So let's look at some of their socials here. I like the fundamentals of the project so far. We need to see how they're viewed in everyone else's eyes, because obviously you want the token to pump. So it says they joined January 2022. Not sure if they bought the Twitter account, but 190,000 followers. So yeah, pretty good looking Twitter. A lot of interaction that they have on here. Crypto lives on Twitter right now. That's why Twitter is so important. If you look at their Discord, have over 55,000 members and over 1,000 online, almost 1,500, and it's 7:30 at night. Okay, now that we went over all that, let's go over the tokenomics, because the tokenomics aren't good. You know, a lot of times all that fundamental stuff doesn't matter. This isn't stocks. You see that they have a market cap of 6 million, but their FDV is 54 million. So lots of tokens that still have to come onto the market. But even if the FDV is 54 million, that's pretty small for an AI project that can help you make money. And they have a pretty big Twitter following. So either way, even if the FDV is 54 mil, they'll see a lot of price appreciation, even though there's such a gap between here. But let's find out how these tokens are coming on to the market. Now, what could be confusing about reading this is that, like, for example, here, it says team and advisors have 15%, and they have a 12-month cliff, and they have a vesting period of 24 months. So the difference between investing and cliff is the cliff is the difference between how long until you can start basically owning your token. So like, for example, if you have a 12-month cliff and a 24-month vesting period, that means for 12 months, nothing happens. But then the vesting period is like linear vesting. So you get to get ownership of your 15% over 24 months, but you have to wait 12 months, which is the cliff, until that starts. Now, I don't know when this cliff went into effect. And they don't, okay, so they have a little chart here. They say month 1, month 2, but it's just like, what month is that? That could be last month. That could be 36 months ago. It can be 50 months ago. So I can look on a contract address. So in order to see what month it was, you have to go onto Etherscan and look at when the contract was created. So this was created 272 days ago, which means it's 9 months. So 272 divided by 30 is 9 months. So if we go back here to these tokenomics and we look here, we're here. So it's more and more tokens. It's pretty much linear. Everyone's getting their linear vesting. Either way, $54 million FDV isn't the worst thing in the world and can still experience a lot of growth. These are all the linear unlocks that still have to happen. So it's actually still a lot. So liquidity still has some ecosystem. So yeah, tokens are just getting linearly unlocked. And in 67 days, it's going to be more. And then 248 and yeah, 248.
All right, guys, what we've all been waiting for. Are we buying this or are we not buying this? I'll tell you what, I'm not buying it. Not right now. Although I do think if you were to, this is a pretty good time to buy. We just had a pullback, and I won't buy it in the future. I think that this project will be fueled in the next 2 years by a lot of hype. So you could definitely make a nice bag if you want that, which we all want. But you could definitely,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
yeah, you can make a nice bag on it. But I just think it's there's going to be at some point a lack of fundamentals behind the project at some point. It might be that way right now. I don't know, to be honest. But I know at some point it will be clear that it's a project that's fueled by hype because AI. I also think I like the project and I like the direction that they're going into. I think they're going to open a lot of doors. It's also a lot of like jargon. It really is a lot of jargon in their marketing. And also, I'm always the type, I think it helps in crypto if you have a very, very, very clear use case. And I don't know if this is super clear, although they have a bunch of features that are super beneficial for a lot of things. But it's not so clear that, oh, this is what they do. You know, I've never been a fan of super app things. I've never been a fan of things like that, except for Ethereum, because it's the true super app, because you can build apps on top of it and fucking do so much more. You can build anything on top of it. That is the super app. Other than that, I've never been a big fan. So for me, I'm out.
You gonna ask me?
So big VJ. So no, but what do you think, bro? You buying or what?
That's
We
right.
actually have not discussed this one yet. So this is funny. Like we're sharing our buy or not buy for the first time with each other as well.
Yeah. So for me, and this is actually the first time we were pretty much not in agreements.
Yeah.
I feel like we were in agreement on every one, right?
There was like another one. I don't remember. There was another one that we did this.
Well, yeah, I bought, guys. And I'll tell you why. If you come over here to the charts with your boy. So one, $54 million FTV, super low. And I think the AI narrative has been the biggest narrative. And I think when we have our blow off top, this could go to a couple $100 million. But if their product works, before I get into that, if you just look at Sharpe AI, like these are my entries here, pretty good entry. Like we just retouched our 62 EMA. It wicked it, so the buyers came in strong. So I can see this just being like that first leg, and then I can see this taking off. Like I like the chart setup. So I did something different here. I'm DCAing in, and I'm not buying any more until I use the actual product, because if this product works like it says it will, it's going to make a lot of people rich. People are going to start talking about it. It can actually get really huge. Could go to a few billion if the product works well, but the product has to work well. But you know, in case I miss the launch, at least I already have a bag, but I'm not going to ape all in and the product comes out and it's shitty. So I am really bullish on the potential, and I'm betting that it works with the intent of, if it does work, putting in more immediately.
Yeah, no, I agree with your sentiment. I just think that this project is like the Trojan horse, and it's going to open up the door for more AI projects, especially on the data side of things. I think this is more like a Trojan horse. Like I don't see it lasting. That's the top dog on the AI side of crypto, for sure. Not even one of them. But I do see some nice gains for the bag holders of Sharpe AI. And you never know. I might wake up one day and be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get some of that thing, you know? Because, hey, it may pull back to 4 million. I do think that we're talking about a couple $100 million market cap, minimum 100. So, you know, we get to pull back to 4 million. Hey, it might be tempting. I might be dumb not to buy it because I know it's going to go crazy, even if it's fueled by hype. But as of right now, I don't feel the need to take that risk for sure.
Well, there you have it, guys. Hopefully you got value from this video. Like I said, I bought and I already shot my price prediction and take profit strategy video and how we'll go about yield farming it. So yeah, subscribe to both of our channels, Crypto Noah and J Mansion, or J Mansion.
And guys, as always, don't forget to tell your goddamn auntie. I tell you every week, and I ain't been seeing no new aunties. So tell your auntie, tell your cousin, tell your mom, tell your dad. And guys, of course, as always, we'll see you on the next one. And of course, like, comment, say whatever you want under there. We like the crazy comments. And make sure you subscribe, guys, especially if you're watching.
Trying to hit 1,000. Trying to hit
1,000. Let's do it. We appreciate you as always, guys. And of course, we'll see you on the next one.
We will see you guys later. I am an AI. I'm thirsty. Oh shit. I'm a robot. The water fucked me up. Bye.